for Money Monday. An unprecedented transfer of wealth is underway. As we speak, baby boomers are leaving an estimated $70 trillion to millennial and Gen X heirs.
That's trillion with the T there. And here now with important information that could help when it comes to transferring our best assets to our loved ones. Please welcome asset protection attorney and author of Love and Money, Ann-Margaret Carrozza. Good to see you, my friend.
Thanks.
So you talk about the need to have legal protections in place to make sure that our money goes where we need it to go and where we want it to go. Why did you write this book?
So there are a ton of personal finance books out there, but what does it matter how well we save and invest if we have a 40% chance of losing assets to a long-term illness, an expensive divorce, estate taxes, capital gains taxes, not to mention ordinary lawsuits. So in the book, I give a lot of legal tips to keep other people's mitts off of our money.
And you've got some of those tips for us today. The first tip you have is don't transfer directly to a minor.
Yeah, and this is counterintuitive, right? We want to give what we have to our little ones. But ever since Jackie Coogan's parents stole all of his little rascals' earnings, courts in all 50 states oversee children's monies. So it's really important that we create trusts for the benefit of the minor to keep outsiders away and also prevent the money from disqualifying them for college financial aid.
And you also say don't put your home in your kid's name.
So this is huge. 80% of people over 65 own their own homes, and a lot of them ill-advisedly just put the home in the kids' names. If I take my home and transfer it to the kids, I'm going to lose my property tax exemptions, and I'm giving the kids a capital gains problem. I bought the house for $50,000, let's say in 1978, and now it's worth $350,000. Those kids are going to have to pay the capital gains later. Not to mention, if one of my kids gets into a divorce, now my soon-to-be ex-daughter-in-law has an interest in the house.
And come after those assets.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Better to do a trust, put the house in a trust, the kids avoid probate, they avoid the capital gains, and if I draft this trust properly, we're going to protect it from nursing home and other long-term claims down the road.
Let's talk about those trusts, because that's a big part of this planning that you recommend.
Yeah, so continuing trusts within our main trust are going to allow us to customize this transfer of wealth. So 50% of us have wills, but those are one size fits all. Yes, I want my 3 kids to have everything, but how do I want them to get it? If I have a child who is a train wreck financially, has a developmental issue, I want to protect assets for their long-term benefit. Maybe I want to structure their receipt of the asset to 5% a year for 20 years. So these are all ways that we want to customize the legal planning so that our wealth goes where we want it to go.
But what's the best advice when you have kids, siblings who don't get along?
This is huge. I mean, you know, you have 3 kids, they have 3 different opinions. Susie got a loan for the down payment on her house, and now the other 2 think that that loan should be reflected in the ultimate distribution of the estate. So what I encourage all people to do is just take a step back and really think about what are the possible fault lines in this situation. Am I in a second marriage and my new younger husband can't stand my adult children and they can't stand him? What do I do within this estate plan? Do I leave him the house? He's promising to leave it to my kids later. I can't believe that, so I need to customize the planning. Maybe I say he can stay there for a certain amount of time, but then the house ultimately goes back to the kids. So we want to put a little bit of thought into all of this.
So avoid those fights later on.
Absolutely. Blended family warfare. Let's avoid it.
It's a real thing.
Ann-Margaret, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for
Amazing
having
tips.
me.
And you can pick up a copy of Love and Money wherever books are sold, or scan that QR code right there at the bottom of your screen to purchase a copy.
That was good. I was listening there.